So I started as a probation parole officer. As I continued through my career, I really started to see myself as somebody who would take all the challenging topics, things that people didn't understand, and found a way to make them simple for the field to be able to utilize. And then through that, was really given a lot of opportunities that I took advantage of, and eventually became the director, the first female director for community corrections in North Carolina, and then was found and asked to come to the state of Missouri as director of corrections. My first go-to is my mom, who is an amazing woman and has accomplished amazing things in her life. My mom was what we would always call a volunteer extraordinaire. She did so much and still does for the town of High Point and Greensboro in North Carolina. There's another woman that I think of in the workplace as a mentor, and that was Sherry Pilkington. And she was an assistant director in the state of North Carolina, and Sherry had the work ethic that every person should aspire to have. She put out all the fires, and she did it with so much grace and humility, and she smiled all the time. She was happy. She made me feel like there wasn't anything you couldn't overcome. One of the ways that I'm able to contribute to other women's success is that I try to look for what strengths they have and what success I see in them, and then I tell them. People, women, men, but women primarily, don't always see the value that they bring to a particular job. And it's not until someone tells them what their strengths are and what you see in that person that may make a difference in their work ethic. I remember a conversation that I had with a woman in this department, and she was in a role that she was successful in, but I saw her strengths for a role that I needed. And I'm not certain she saw that that was something she could do because it put her out of her comfort zone. But being able to tell a woman what you see in her and what her strengths are, I think is a very important support that we need.
I started out in the department as a senior auditor. From there, I grew mostly down the financial path through the Offender Finance Office, and then I became the Chief Financial Officer before I promoted into this current position as Division Director. My female mentor is definitely Director Precythe. She gets in the trenches, she sets the bar very high, but she gives me the best advice and always leads me down the right path. I've really learned just so much from her. The way I try to role model younger women is I always try to make myself available to them when they have questions. When I see ways that they could develop professionally, I try to work with them and help them develop those professional qualities. What I am most proud of in my career with state government is how I have brought the Division of Human Services into a very close-knit team that works together, and there's no silos in our division, and just the teamwork that we have produced.
I got into state government work kind of by accident. I had been working over the years in the municipal level, the county level, and I saw this opening and I believed it would be a challenge for me to come to the state. So I grew up in Jefferson City and I just wanted to come back home. What motivates me every day at work will be our officers at the Missouri Capitol Police. I am motivated to work for them and to make sure that they have the proper training, the skills they need. The second thing I'm motivated by are all of the other state employees.
I'm motivated every day by those that we serve, whether that was in my trooper days of serving somebody on the roadside, or whether that is assisting making processes better for crime victims to receive compensation. You know, what I'm most proud of when I look back over my 36-year career is the teams that I've been a part of, and now as I have ascended to a higher position, I am very proud of the teams that we've assembled and the work that they're able to do and what they're able to accomplish and the processes that we're able to improve upon to provide most efficient service.
In the role of policy director, I help set the governor's legislative agenda, help develop the governor's recommended budget, and help drive the governor's administrative priorities. I'm really proud of the work that we get to do every day, but in particular, I'm most proud of the work that we did with the governor to create the Office of Childhood at DESE. That was most meaningful to me because I think that it can really help children and our families access the resources that they need and help kids have the resources that they need to grow and thrive as adults. If I've had a female mentor, it's my mom. The thing that I've learned most from my mom is that women can love their families and have meaningful careers, and that can be just as impactful for their families as staying at home. And I really just valued how much my mom contributed to our family. I think that being a role model for these women, the biggest way you can do that is to practice what you preach. And I really value hard work, and I also really value my opportunity to be a mom. And so trying to do both of those well, it's not easy, but doing something meaningful is not usually easy. So I just take it all in stride and do my best and know that, try to teach my daughter that she's loved and make her feel loved while also trying to contribute meaningfully to the office. My daughter really is the motivation for me to come to work every day because I really think that the things that Governor is doing will make meaningful differences for our kids and our families in the future. Our kids are our future, and so that's really what motivates me to come here every day, and I'm excited to be here because of that.